Hey everybody, Rebecca here for the next episode of the Monday Mr. Money Mustache Motivation. If you're new to Mr. Money Mustache, he is a popular financial independence retire early blogger, and on Mondays I always pick an article of his to share on my channel, that way we can discuss in the comment section below. I do have these articles linked in the description box if y'all want to learn more about Mr. Money Mustache or visit his website. Today's article is from February 16th, 2013. This one is titled, Weekend Edition, Why Are You Writing This Blog Anyway? That post about the internet retirement police really stirred up some controversy. If y'all missed that episode, I did read that blog post that he's talking about last week, so check out the video from last Monday about the internet retirement police. We had a wide variety of comments, ranging from those egging on Mr. Money Mustache to those shooting him down for overstepping his reach by suggesting that we change the dictionary. Sure, if we call you retired, as you insist, will you stop publishing dud articles like this, said one guy. Behind the scenes, things got even messier, with accusations of insanity, cowardice, and other smelly stuff. While I'm quite pleased to have such high emotions on tap in the normally bland media of a personal finance blog, I thought it might be helpful to pull back the secret velvet curtain for a moment so those who are confused by posts like yesterday's can understand what's really going on. After all, at any given moment, the majority of readers on a site like this are relative newcomers. You see, while it may occasionally appear so from a brief skimming of the text, Mr. Money Mustache is not really a smug asshat, as has been presumed in Hacker News comments. In real life, I don't think I'm an extraordinary man or even much of a badass, but this blog is about living life with gusto, and part of that involves a vibrant portrayal of life itself. Don't get me wrong, it's all real. This is how I truly live these days. For example, every meal to me is a feast, every evening is a celebration, and every night I crash into bed like the home tree and sleep like 1,000 babies. That shows up in the writing style as well, where the superlatives sparkle so intensely that they occasionally capitalize themselves, and the detractors of the mustachian lifestyle are mortal foes, flopping around tragically in pools of their own drool and urine, and so in need of satirical mocking that we can barely figure out where to start our descriptive sentences. But why am I writing about it in such a polarizing way? Why do I need to write about it at all? Does Mr. Money Mustache feel compelled to defend his lifestyle by writing constant explanations and feeling threatened anytime someone speaks out against it? No, silly. In real life, it's not about trying to look good to the world or chopping down the comments of naysayers. You should know by now that I love efficiency and optimization. If I wanted to prevent people from writing mean stuff about me, I would simply use the amazing time-saving technique of not having a blog. I don't really care what the internet retirement police say about early retirees. In fact, other than a few tasty morsels that people point out to me, I don't even know what is being said because I don't read other blogs and forums. This one already takes up more than enough time. It's also not about trying to make money or sell things. Sure, I've enjoyed the experience of learning how to create some earnings as a self-publishing writer, but it's not what keeps the blog alive. The real reason this blog exists is simply to save the entire human race from destroying itself through overconsumption. That's a pretty short mission statement for such a big goal, but you gotta keep it simple, right? And although I fully acknowledge that it sounds crazy, in fact, I describe it that way to make it sound as crazy as possible, it just might be more feasible than either of us think. Let's break it down to see what's really going on. I stumbled upon a lifestyle that is both incredibly satisfying and extremely rare in this country. It turns out that this lifestyle works well for other people as well, not just me. It also turns out that if everyone embraced it even in the slightest, it could solve most of humanity's problems. As an added bonus, I find it extremely fun to write about all of this. So obviously, I'm going to start writing down some shit, right? Which is exactly what happened in April of 2010. Interestingly enough, the message started catching on. People started transforming and word started spreading. It became an exponential trend and a very good one. You could even say that mustachians exhibit some cult-like behavior, which is true for almost every movement that spreads rapidly through society. What creates a cohesive movement? While not realizing it at the beginning, some of the properties of this blog were pressing the cult buttons that are built into most of us. A relentlessly confident and optimistic leader, a sense of identity among members, and a us versus them game that allows our more badass lifestyle to be a mark of pride for us, just as the lazy learned helplessness of standard consumers is a mark of shame. And of course, some pleasant entertainment to go along with all of it. Witty remarks and good old-fashioned swearing. If it doesn't please everyone, that is just as well. Sometimes you need to prune the unsuitable parts of the audience by scaring them off in order to leave room for an appropriately dedicated and fun-loving club of survivors to get things done. It was accidental accidental because that's just the way I like to tell stories, but it was also real stuff. I really do believe that a battle must be fought against the default idea of maximum thoughtless, debt-fueled consumption that gets served out to every citizen these days. And what if the meteoric rise of mustachianism doesn't immediately take over the world as we all currently expect? No problem whatsoever. I look at this blog as a lifetime exercise in mass persuasion. If I can't get the message just right today, I still have about 70 more years to keep refining the presentation to make the benefits more unavoidably obvious. We'll get it right all in good time. So that is why you'll occasionally see Mr. Money Mustache doing verbal battle with these internet foes or evil bits of the retail world. It's also why he has a superhero name instead of just my standard real-life name. It's because we have a big mission ahead of us, big goals. Whipping your own spendy pants consumer ass into shape so you can have the option of early retirement when you're ready for it, as well as growing our authority to be broader and more intense until it is sufficiently powerful to whip our entire fucking society into shape. Big goals like that call for big words and big concepts. And you can't accomplish something so patently monumental while still taking yourself too seriously. People will immediately dismiss the idea as impossible. But with the aid of metaphors and fiction, we can all read along and enjoy the story without worrying about all these serious details. Until everyone wakes up one day and whoops, we're all badass mustachians, ready to walk outside and begin our day in a bright new world. How did that happen? All right, y'all, I had to share this one too because it was a follow-up to the one that we read last week, but also more good points in this article. And really, people think, that Mr. Money Mustache is a personal finance blog and he talks about the FIRE movement, but his real life goal is to get people to spend less, consume less, and save the planet. So really, that is sort of a higher goal than just reaching financial independence, isn't it? But he's got a point. What if everybody became frugal and stopped wasting so much? We could solve a lot of the world's issues, right? So yeah, I do think that the FIRE movement is for everyone, and he is right that Mr. Money Mustache does kind of provoke a cult mentality, and that does turn some people away, which is unfortunate because I do feel like there is gold in the Mr. Money Mustache blog. And yes, the forums and things can be a little harsh at times. People are not going to sugarcoat things for you over there, but in my opinion, that's a good thing. We all need a little bit of tough love. Y'all have given me tough love on this channel, and it's been true. And I have needed that from time to time. I read these articles, I do my budgets every month, I keep this channel up in order to keep myself honest on my own financial independence journey, right? This has been extremely helpful for me. So this is why I like to spread the good word of Mr. Money Mustache on Mondays on my channel here. Also, not everybody is a blog reader. So I have had people tell me before on this channel that they look forward to my Monday Mr. Money Mustache posts because they would rather listen to me read an article of his rather than go to his blog and make time to sit down and read an article themselves. I get it, we're busy people, and not everybody wants to read a blog. Personally, I am not a big blog reader either, but when I went down the rabbit hole of the FIRE movement here on YouTube, Mr. Money Mustache kept getting brought up over and over and over. So eventually I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to see what Mr. Money Mustache is about. And I went to his website. I clicked on all posts since the beginning of time, and I started with the first blog post. And honestly, I was hooked from that first blog post. It took me a long time. I didn't read every single article, but I did go through, and any of them that seemed relevant to me or had an interesting topic, I read it. So yeah, I am finally caught up on the Mr. Money Mustache website. He doesn't post as often as he used to, but it's his blog, he can do what he wants. So yeah, I hope that y'all enjoyed this one as much as I did. If you like Mr. Money Mustache, want to learn more about him, I will link to all of the Mr. Money Mustache blog posts that I have done on my channel at the end of this video, and I'll catch y'all next Monday for the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.